Hey everyone, welcome to Reasons for Roots. So I thought I would do a quick homeschool room tour for you guys. I don't think I've ever done one of those. So I thought I'll just bring you along. Because I know you definitely don't have to have a homeschool room to homeschool. If you notice in a lot of my day in the life videos that we do school on the couch, in the kitchen, just wherever. But we do have an extra bonus room that, we had extra. So of course I made it into our schoolroom. And so I just want to show you very simple, very real, nothing very fancy. And I feel like it's pretty practical. So just so you can see, right when I walk up my stairs, we have this bonus room looking out over like our living room. So this room sat empty for a long time and we didn't even use it as a schoolroom. But a couple years, or about a year, I guess, into our homeschool journey, I turned this into our homeschool room. So it hasn't been always exactly what I want. It's taken time to get it that way. But I do have it like I want now. It's a light, like seafoam green, and the curtains are floral, and we have a big table, and this table does have extra chairs, but for right now they needed those chairs in our game room, so that's how it is. And I also have this chair that spins, and so this is for my child with autism and ADHD. Sometimes he just needs to spin for a moment. He doesn't sit there all day and spin, but every once in a while he'll get up and go to that chair if he's having trouble sitting real still here. So I do want to say that, so this is the table where we do our school. Some of my older kids might get up and go their own way, or, we might kind of spread out, but we always gather here at this table for together time. And they do have assigned seating, so nobody's fighting over where or who gets to sit by where. I've always done assigned seating because I used to have 4. Now it's not so bad because I only have 2. But especially if you have more than 2, I would suggest doing assigned seating, especially for like morning time. Then we can all break up and go our own way. Okay, so as we're looking at the schoolroom, I have this little closet here. And this is what I use to store any books that we're not currently using, but that we will use this school year. We also store any like arts and crafts stuff that we're working on right here. So I just try to make it pleasing a little bit to the eye. I have just a little plant. I have a sign one of my friends gave me, and some quotes here. I love these little stick-on adhesive clothespins. You can get those on Amazon. We also use those clothespins over here, and this will be our artist study wall. So after we get done with our artist print, so this is the one like for this week, I'll hang it on the wall. And so those stay out so we can see those. But yeah, and then I have my oldest son's diploma there, and this is old. I need to throw this away, so pay no attention to that. But then I love our lamplighter books, and some of our generation books, just markers, an antique atticus, our nature books. So these are our nature books that we use periodically, probably weekly. Here's our nature journals. So we all have one of those, just a little something, one of them made. Then we have our copywork journals and a Bible. This is becoming a nature tray because we're running out of room in our other nature trays. So they're kind of making that into that. And then just some things I found. We used this, and I love this for my special needs child. And he still will use that if I feel like we've lost the form of a letter. So that's really handy. The rest, I got that at the thrift store. And then just Charlotte Mason's volume there. And so what I have in here, and this is real life, okay? This is pretty messy. I have got to go through this and clean this out, but this is really where everything extra gets thrown. So I need to clean that out. But down here, it's just storage, and it's not that pretty. It's very realistic. So I just stick things that I don't need very often down there. Okay. Then I have my big closet where like anything I might need prep wise is usually up here. Then I have just some of our favorite books or books we go back to. Then I have curriculum that I plan on reusing down there. And this is, you know, of course, just a blip on the radar as far as books. I have tons in our attic. But then we come to this section, and here is our nature tray that I was talking about. I got this at Target years ago for like $3, but they just add things as we find them on our nature walk. And yeah, they love to come in and put their stuff in their nature tray. Okay, here is like my morning basket or together time basket. So it has my plans, their binders, our art prints, and any books that we need for morning time will be there. I usually don't carry the whole basket, but I do have it small enough to where I can grab it if I need to. I also have my planner in there. So next we have just a lot of origami. We're working on our origami, so we have all that laid out. But here's my daughter's keyboard that she practices here. I have just a simple setup for any art we want to display, and then my Epson printer, which I love. And now I'm going to show you exactly how I organize my 9th graders books for Living Heritage. So it took, usually my children have one basket, but this year it's taken actually 2 baskets. So, you know, she doesn't do all of this every day, but it is staggered. So I do have her books organized by like language arts, history and Bible, just the extras like science or like nature study. So any of that, you know, I just have them separated into these 2 baskets. And then I have her written out schedule here that we use color coding for. And then her 2 binders that she'll need are right there. So in this little cupboard here is my 3rd graders books. So I have it divided into like language arts, or well, really this is all Heart of Dakota, Bible, math, his phonics, and then like our extra books that we read, I just kind of stack up. And I usually put all my kids' stuff in this, but we couldn't quite fit my daughters this year, so we're a little more spread out than normal. So yeah, you can see I just have 2 simple little blackboards that I painted, and usually on the door I will write our catechism question and answer out, just so we can see it, and so and be reminded of it as we go. And you know, anything like Bible memory I might put on there. Just there's different things I put on the door throughout the year. And then we have one of my favorite things is this huge large map, world map. We use this almost daily, and we have been using it for years, and so that is a must for me. So that's it. That's the tour of my very simple homeschool room. It's cozy, it works for us. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun to just show you around.